The core of life is freedom. The result of life is growth. The purpose of life is happiness. Your life is supposed to feel great to you. What if I tell you that you can influence luck itself? And what if I tell you that it is even possible to repel bad luck and to manifest good opportunities? Hi, I'm Joey Yap. I'm the creator of the QiMen Academy and the founder of the Mastery Academy of Chinese Metaphysics, the world's largest school on Chinese metaphysics subjects. In the last 20 years, I've built a following of more than 1.6 million students around the world, and I've helped them transform their lives using the art of Chinese metaphysics like Feng Shui, Chinese astrology, and QiMen. I'm the author of more than 169 books on the subjects of Chinese metaphysics, including the famous Sun Tzu QiMen Art of War, and I've appeared regularly on CNN, BBC, and Bloomberg. Since the year 2000, I've been consulting for top CEOs, iconic business leaders, and Fortune 500 companies. They pay me for my advice on learning what business endeavors and strategic options they can take based on Chinese metaphysics. Today, I want to tell you that you can learn this system called QiMen and use it to transform your life. Welcome to Lesson 3.
Now we came here, me and my husband, because he decided from nowhere to start QiMen. And I think this is indeed the missing part from our life, from our metaphysical life, because since now I consider that using Batsu I can help people to find their way, and using Feng Shui to find their right place to live. But using QiMen, I think you can help people to find their right moment to action, to act, to do something important for their lives. And I think indeed it was a missing part from the story, Together with the whole tree, it's amazing. It's an amazing help you can bring to everybody's life.
Really amazing, unbelievable. Because I actually tried the method. I didn't expect anything, just out of fun, or maybe just think, might as well, take no harm doing it. And the result actually came through within 3 months. And I really didn't do any other thing to get that result. Just manifest and I get the result, that I wish for. Yeah, from there, I really truly believe in this method. Yeah.
Basically, when I first learned QiMen, I think the first step I did was manifestation. To manifest is basically I backed towards my deity and all. And so far, there are positive changes. So basically, at first when I started applying QiMen, from the very beginning, I first manifested. And I manifested for noble people, opportunities to come. Of course, with opportunities, I got to be prepared so that I do manifest and ask for, wisdom and the clarity to be able to make the right decision, and also to solve any problems that comes. Yeah. So basically with that, I feel much more positive in terms of mentally. So when there are problems coming, I feel more mentally prepared to solve it rather than seeing it as a problem itself. So it's like just a tiny obstacle that I need to hop and jump across to get to my major goal, the end result that I really want.
How do you know if your wishes is about to be fulfilled? How do you know that your command has been heard? How do you know the universal forces are pulling in all the resources together to make your wish come true? Well, there are 2 methods you can use to verify if your wishes are heard and if they will come true. The first is the state of knowing. Now, this part here requires you to feel inwardly in your heart and in your mind. Do you feel confident that your wish has been heard? Now, at the end of the day, your connection with the universal mind or your QiMen guardian of destiny is not truly by words. It's not truly through a language. In fact, the communication is through how your feeling and vibration vibrates together with the universal mind. So let me give you an example here. Let's say now you go down to Best Buy or to Harvey Norman to order a new washing machine for your house. Now, if you were to order a new washing machine, what would you be doing? You would have a specific criteria, or you know exactly which model or what functions that you're looking for. So you go through all these various models and decided that this is the model that you want, and then what happens is you will go to the salesperson and or the manager to place your order, and you will make a payment. Now when you place the order, you would have known by then that the new washing machine would be delivered to your house, let's say next Tuesday by 4:30 p.m. As you go home, you will prepare for the arrival of your new washing machine, and you would go to the laundry and clear up the space, making way for your new toy to arrive. Now, from the date you have placed your order to the date of the arrival of your washing machine, you would be anticipating the arrival of your new equipment. Halfway down the line, you probably may call up Harvey Norman or Best Buy just to reconfirm the delivery time. By the time it reaches to next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m., what do you expect to have arrived at your house? Certainly you would expect the arrival of your new washing machine. You wouldn't expect the arrival of a new fridge or a new car, would you? Now, why not? That is because in your mind, you have a state of knowing, of certainty that you have placed an order or an instruction for a new washing machine to the specific requirements that you have stated. You wouldn't expect that along the way you'll be calling Harvey Norman or Best Buy that, hey, are you sure that I didn't order a washing machine? Are you sure it is not a car? Are you sure it's not a fridge? You wouldn't be doing that, right? Now, think about it this way. When you're placing your command or your instruction with your guardian of destiny, when you place the command, you expect it to be delivered. That is the state of knowing that you should be in order for your wish or your command to come true. If along the way you have suspicion, if along the way you have some doubts that this is not going to come, for example, you think that the washing machine is not coming, in fact it's going to be a new hair dryer instead, that sort of doubt causes your command to waver, and it breaks the connection between you and the universe. Therefore, your wishes will not come true. So the first part of QiMen Dunja is that you need to check your heart, check your vibration. Do you know, do you feel that you have placed your instructions correctly? There is absolutely no doubt, and that the item or the outcome that you have wanted would be delivered as promised. Now, if you can't get your feelings and your vibration to agree and to know that the item or the outcome that you ordered would take place, then you need to get back into your sage mode and make sure that you're in the point of equilibrium and reissue your command. Now, after you reissue your command, you should be able to achieve a state of knowing. That is your checkpoint. And the second way that you will know that your wishes are fast coming true is through the concept of evidential occurrences. In Chinese, it is known as Ngoi Ying. Ngoi Ying, or evidential occurrences, refer to the universe giving you messages and clues as to reaffirm you that they've heard your message, they're in the process of gathering the ingredients and resources, and when the time comes, your goods will be delivered. Now, evidential occurrences need to appear 3 times to fulfill that trinity in order to give the correct message that your wish and command is coming true. For example, you have wished for a specific relationship or union, or to find a specific loved one, or you wish that your beloved will propose to you so they can get married soon. Let's say now you have already initiated a command through your sage mode and you've given direct order to the Sixth Harmony to bring forth this wish of yours. And so the next 1 week, you take notice. Perhaps the first thing that when you read the newspaper the next day, you see a famous couple getting married. That's the first sign. And then you go on doing your business, and the next couple of days you heard from your long lost friend that from your college days that you have never met in a long time, and they are getting married and they're inviting you to their wedding. Or when you go to work, all of a sudden the person that you least expected suddenly announced that they are getting married or found someone that's special. 3 things happen within a short period of time tells you that the universe has heard your message, Your guardian of destiny is fast at work, bringing your wishes to life. Therefore, pay attention to evidential occurrences. What you have asked for and commanded, the next 3 events has to be concurrent to what you have asked for. For example, if you ask for, let's say, a promotion in your career, and the next couple of days you go to work and you hear someone getting fired, for example, that is the first evidential occurrence that tells you we didn't get your message, or what you're asking for is beyond the realm of possibility. If you keep getting negative evidential occurrences, it means that you have to redo your wish. Most likely the problem has occurred because you've asked for something beyond the realm of possibility. Now, sometimes you can just ask the universe to give you signs. For example, sometimes specific numbers appear on a consecutive form. For example, 444. You wake up in the middle of the night and you see it is 4 a.m. 44 minutes. Or when you check into a room and you saw the numbers 444. Or you see a car number plate that says 444. Or you see that number on the receipt, for example, and that number has something to do with the item or the object that you asked for. That is also part of evidential occurrences. So there are 2 ways to know if your wishes or your command is about to take place. The first is a state of knowing. Remember the Harvey Norman example? And the second is evidential occurrences.
I particularly like his style of teaching. He's really a fountain of knowledge in Chinese metaphysics, and very good in making something which appears difficult, simple for us to grasp. The more I get to know QiMen and hear about QiMen from the sharing, the more awesome I find it is, and the power that QiMen can provide, and the fact that it can be used whether to improve yourself or to help to improve others. At my age now, it's not so much just myself, it's really to see what I can do for my children. I think most of us, or some of us do, starts with this as a common ground. Once you do something for our family members and we learn it, and then we help our children as a result. And of course, it's not just about that. In many other areas as well, whether it's career or illness, health issue and so on, QiMen is very useful.
One of the greatest functions of the QiMen Dunjia system is that it grants the user the power of foresight. In fact, 90% of the books out there on QiMen Dunjia are written based on forecasting. Because QiMen Dunjia maps out time, space, matter and event across 4 platforms of the year, month, day and hour, the practitioner is able to ascertain what is the likely outcome of a certain action and or activity or strategy at certain point in time. So this method of forecasting is applied throughout all aspects of life. If you have a business related question, for example, you want to know if someone will pay you back your money, you can forecast your debtors and creditors aspect. Or if you like to know if your application for a certain license or a permit is available or would it be successful, you can also forecast the outcome. Or perhaps you want to know where's the best direction to look for the right doctors to be able to solve your health problems. Now, this is not a form of divination per se, because divination implies that you're going to ask the divine for a specific answer. Forecasting in QiMen implies that you have a specific strategy or plan that you wish to undertake, and you want to know what is the specific outcome as a result of undertaking such activity. So it is based on what you do or intend to do. That is forecasting, which also implies that in forecasting, a lot of the outcomes, if you're not happy with the outcome, all you need to do is change the strategy or change the specific action relating to that outcome. Many of my students all around the world find that QiMen forecasting is their favorite subject. In fact, they use this not only to transform their own lives, they use this to win in most of their life battles and also to help other people transform their lives. Let me try to give you the simplest way to gain foresight to your next course of actions. Now, what I can show you here is how you can generally read a chart to see if the outcome is favorable or unfavorable. Okay? To do this, you need to understand that there are 4 realms that impact our outcome: the heaven, earth, man, and spirit realm. Now you first need to identify if the outcome is related to which category. If something that is totally related to a miracle, for example, that you need happen, then you're referring to the spirit realm. If you are looking for the matters that are beyond your control, for example, the weather or the economy, the market conditions, the rules and regulations, for example, these are stuff that are in the environment that are beyond your control. However, they can impact your outcome. Then you're looking at the 9 heavenly stars. Now, if you're looking for a specific action or a plan or a strategy that you wish to undertake, and you want to know the success rate of that specific activity, then we focus on the door. The 8 doors in your QiMen chart represents the earth realm. Now, if you want to talk about a specific union between two people, the cooperation, the connectedness, or maybe you want to find a helpful person, meaning your outcome is related to a human being, then you are looking at the human realm, which is one of the 10 stems. Now, in order for us to gain foresight into any specific activity, you need to look for universal markers in order to plot the right chart. So 2 things: look for a marker, plot the right chart. What are the 2 things again? Look for the marker, plot the right chart. A marker has to come from the universe, has to come from the environment. For example, you're thinking about buying a house or buying a new property. While you're thinking about this subject, you receive a text from a real estate agent. While you're thinking of that subject, now that is a universal marker. The universe has answered you, telling you that this is the correct hour to plot the hour chart. Now, for example, if you're asking about something related to your career and at the same hour, someone from your work sends you a message related to the subject that you are thinking about. So you see that correlation between the universe and your question that is asked. The moment you see an answer that comes from the universe, that is called the marker, the universal marker. You gotta wait for the marker to tell you the correct hour. So once you know that that is the correct hour, I want you to go on to this link that you see on the site right now, or the link that you see in the comment section, and you will be able to access the basic QiMen plotter. Once you access the QiMen basic plotter, you will be able to plot out the current QiMen hour chart. Now that is the chart that contains the time, space, event, and matter related to the subject that you're thinking about and the course of action you're about to take and the outcome in the near future. It's all in that chart. This is the power of foresight, and the great sages of the past have used this to forecast the strategies used in battle. Today, I use this to help a lot of business tycoons, Fortune 500 companies, top CEOs on their business decisions. I use this for myself to grow my own business. So this is the power of forecast. Again, this is not fortune telling. It is not a fixed future. This system is about forecasting the likely outcome of a specific action and or strategy you're about to take. So if you're deciding to change career, for example, and you plotted the current hour chart because the universe has said this is the correct hour, for example, now from this chart, it should be able to reveal to you the outcome of taking such an action. How do you read this? This is the part where it's most important. How do you know your outcome is favorable? Now, on your hour chart, there are 2 pieces of information that you need to take note. And the good thing is I've already highlighted these 2 pieces of information. The first is the day stamp location in the QiMen chart. The second is the hour stamp location. As you can see from the picture I've shown you, we always highlight these 2 pieces of information on the chart. So what are we looking for? The day stamp and the hour stamp. Now, if you access the basic QiMen software, these 2 items are already highlighted on the chart. Now, all you need to do is see the connection between these 2 pieces of information. So how do you see this? It's fairly simple. The hour stamp box in that 9 box that you see on the QiMen chart, the information in that box, it represents the outcome of your forecast. So if the contents of this box are favorable, it means the outcome is likely to be favorable. So that component, the deity, the 9 stars, the doors, and the stamp, that box represents the quality and or the outcome that you so desire. Now, if the contents of that box are positive, that means the outcome that you wish to forecast is favorable. Now, will you or will you not get or obtain the outcome depends on the connection between the hour stamp box and the day stamp box, because the day stamp box represents the asker, the hour stamp box represents the outcome. So the elements between the hour stamp and the day stamp, if they are producing or they are the same elements as one another, that means the outcome will be successfully obtained. It is that simple. So let me give you a few examples here. So let's say now you are deciding if you should change jobs in the next 3 months. You've already looked around and you decided that there's a specific company that you want to join, and in fact, you're a little bit hesitant because you're doing pretty well in your current situation. You don't know if changing jobs right now would be beneficial to your career in the future. So you want to plot a QiMen forecast chart to forecast the outcome. Now, because you're doing this for yourself, you need to look for the QiMen markers. So let's say you're thinking about this every day, and all of a sudden one day, while you're thinking about this subject, you receive a letter of offer from the company that you wanted to join. Bear in mind that you probably have already gone for an interview, but you haven't received the letter. So while you're thinking about the subject, you receive the letter through email or through an actual snail mail. That is a marker. That hour, which is a response from the universe, is the point where you should plot the chart. So now you have a chart here on the screen. We look for two things. Number one, we look for the day stamp. So we circle out the day stamp. The day stamp represents the asker. So in this case, it's the person who's interested in knowing the outcome of the career change. The second thing that you're looking for is the location of the hour stamp. So here in the chart here, we have highlighted the area of the hour stamp. Now, first we study the components in the hour stamp to find out if the job itself that this person intends to change to is a good job or will have all the success that he wanted. So let's see. This is the location of chief. In fact, you also have the heaven realm, you have the star called heart, and on the 8 doors you have the door life door. Now, 3 of these components are highly positive. So you know the outcome of the change is positive. But the question is, just because you want it doesn't mean you will get it. So how do you know you will get it? Now study the hour stamp box in relation to the day stamp box right now. What is the elemental influence here? So as you can see, the hour stamp produces the day stamp in terms of the elements. And so you could see here, the hour stamp locates in the east. So the east is wood element, and the wood produces the day, which is in the south. The south is fire, so wood produce fire. That means the job will look for you, or the job will find you and give itself to you. That is an indication of success. So whenever you see the elements as being producing from the hour to the day, that means it is favorable for you. So there you go. It's a very simple example of looking at the forecast.
Okay, he's the best. He's a good mentor. He shares everything on thing that he knows, and it's good. I can identify what is the good things and the bad things of the atmosphere or the energy around you. I've little changes in my life, and now it's working well.
It has definitely changed my life. It has changed the way I look at things. It has created opportunities for me that I didn't know. It has helped me to make decisions that is better for me. So yeah, it's amazing, QiMen. The moment you learn it, you can use it and you see the results, it become more confident and you continue using it and you can benefit so much people that they do not know what's the best choice for them, and you have this tool to help them.
I think he relates to the crowd fairly well. So I think the best part is to basically manage our lives a little bit better. I think it's engaging, it's informative, and I think it's an eye-opener.
Life is a series of battles. Think about it. In business, it's also a series of battles, trying to overcome the challenges, making sales every day in order to grow and expand our business empire. In terms of relationship, it's also a battle. Sometimes not just to control the other person, but more to control ourselves, control our emotions, control our own weaknesses, and to change oneself. That itself is a battle. And think about health. Health is a battle too. You want to maintain and stay healthy, for example, that itself is a battle, or to overcome certain illnesses. That itself is a very challenging battle, or perhaps to achieve other life goals. That itself, personal improvement, is also a battle. Now, I've got good news for you. In our fourth and final video in this training series, I'm going to talk about the QiMen battle plan, and this is my favorite topic of them all. I will show you exactly how you can incorporate the art of QiMen Dunja in a full-out battle in order to overcome all your challenges in life and gain victory. In the next couple of days, I will be sending you a special invite to watch the final training video where I will talk about the QiMen battle plan. So be sure to check in, and I'll see you at the final battle.